Okay, many of you have been quite inquiring on how to post your materials on the Ning, and so I thought I'd put together a quick little screencast. So in order to sign up on the Ning, you first need to come here to the website, or the URL, myelanetwork.ning.com. Once you get here, you'll see a screen that looks similar to this. You're going to need to make sure that you sign in. So over here in the upper right hand corner, there's a sign in button. So click on sign in. Now if you remember from the trainings, or the facilitator days, we talked about the fact that I had to create all of you as administrators. So when you actually sign in, the page that you're first going to see is a very messy page because you've all become administrators. You simply can click on the house icon here, and that will take you to the main home page. Once you click on that house icon, you come back here to the main home page. You now, with your administrator rights, get to go and find the group. So let's pretend I was going to go for first grade group. So I click here on My ELA Groups. It's going to bring up a list of all the groups. And remember, we did the fun numbers. And so I look for the first grade group. So there's my number 1, the one that I want. So I'm going to just go ahead, but you can see all the other groups there. I'm going to click here on first grade group. Once I've clicked on that, now what you're going to see here is this is that main home page. And what we want to do is come over here to the forum itself. So if I click on forum, then I'm going to come to this where there's these different forums posted. All right. And so what I've encouraged folks to do is to name it grade level and then content strand. So here's the first grade writing resources. Here's the first grade integrated strand resources. Here's the first grade reading units. So these strands exist. But let's say you get here and none of these exist. We want to add a new forum because we've not done this yet. So that's where you're going to start. If you do not have an existing forum post started, and I think the forum post is the best way to go. So we're at forum, and we go here. We're going to add this new discussion. So I click on the plus sign, and it's going to start a new forum. Now I have this working toolbar. So I just click here, and I'm going to type first grade sample, and we're going to call this sample. We're going to do integrated again, integrated strand for presentation. So that's my title. And then down here now I can put something like, you know, here are the resources we shared and discussed from the week. I might say day 1 PowerPoint, anchor charts, etc. So there are 2 ways now that you can link files in. The first one is to type such a, if you put all of your documents into a place like a Google Doc, that's one approach you can take. If you can get all of your things to live online someplace, whether it's Google Docs or you have a Dropbox place or whatever you want to do, you can create places where they can be linked. So let's pretend my day 1 PowerPoint is actually going to be to this planning document I've created. So I simply come in here and I'm going to grab the URL. So just Control C to copy because I want the URL of the document that I want to add. It already exists online in Google Docs. I highlighted where I want the link to go. I click on link, and I just am now going to Control V or paste that URL in there. I click OK, and now when I print this live, it will link directly to that Google Doc link. All right. You might be saying, well, that's nice, but I have a PowerPoint, I have it on my computer, and I simply want to upload the file. If that's the case, you can come over here to the paperclip icon. And that's really why I'm having you do the forum post. If you click on the paperclip, you now simply browse to look for the file that you want to add. So I'm going to come in here, select the high frequency words, I'll double click on that. It's going to load it up. And let's say I don't like this title, highfrequencywords.pdf. If that's the case, I can just select it here. I just want it to read high frequency words. So I just changed the title here. You don't want to change the URL, but I just changed the title and I click OK. And what it's going to do is it's going to dump that file in there. So now what it's done is it grabbed that file right from my computer and it's now put it in here as a link. That's where I'm at for now. So I'm going to scroll down. I've got all my resources for now. And the first time you do it, you're going to see this publish button. And that's kind of like the save button. Make sure you hit that or you're going to lose all this work. So I click publish. And now what you're going to see is it's going to spin us back to this space. So now you might get a little bit confused because here's that post I just originally made, but then what's here below, that's where others, when they come to visit, they can type in things and actually reply back to me. But that's not what I want to do. I actually want to add more to this. Okay? So if I get here and I want to add more, then instead of typing down here, I actually have to come up here where I did the plus before, but I'm going to click on the pencil because I want to edit my existing post. So I click on the pencil. It's going to allow me to make an edit to what I already had started. And now I want to get to the day 2 PowerPoint. So here's day 2 PowerPoint. Well, actually, I'm going to grab it from a file, so I just need my cursor here. I'm going to click on the paperclip. I'm going to browse. I'm going to put in my day 2 PowerPoint. So we'll just put this in here. Remember, I'm going to get the URL here. I decide what I want that title to be. Once it gets that it's uploaded, I can adjust this title because this title is just too much. I don't want all this title, so I can delete that out, put day 2 PowerPoint, and OK. And see, it drops it in as a file. Let's say I decide I want to make adjustments to one of these titles because I've changed my mind. I want to spell PowerPoint out, for example. If I click here, I can come here to the edit button, and I can just change this link text. So I can change this to day 2 PowerPoint. And this isn't necessary, but if it says open in, it's always nice to make sure you've clicked on new window. You always want things to open in new windows. Now, because I've done the edits, I have to make sure I scroll down and click on, again, my save button, which in this case, since I've already worked on this, it's not publish anymore, it's now update. So I'm going to click on update. It will bring me back to the main post. Now, you might be saying, well, where are those other posts or forums? So I go here to forum, and that's going to bring me back to this main forum space, and you can see now that my first grade sample integrated strand for presentation is here. I can click on that, and now I want to add more because tomorrow's coming up. We're going to go into day 3. So I click on this, and that's going to bring it up. Once it comes up, now I can go here. And remember, if I want to make edits, don't get tricked by coming down here and adding it. You come up here to the pencil. I click on the pencil to make my edits, and then I'll have my document that I can make my changes to. Okay? And then after that, again, don't forget to click update or publish to do that. So hopefully this captures it and helps you get a feeling for how to get these documents posted on here. I think this is the best way, especially so that people have the option of the paperclip. If you've been playing with it and you're working from like the resources page or a photos page, or you're doing other things, please by all means explore and investigate that. But we wanted to get you at least a basic thing to get a forum up and get you a chance to get resources out. So thanks for your time, and I hope this is clear. But again, if you have questions, please let us know. All right, talk to you soon.